Welcome back to Dinosaur Discovery Zone.
And today we've got something brand new. Literally, we're talking about 5 dinosaurs discovered in 2025 that are already changing the way we look at prehistory.
And that blows my mind. We've been digging up fossils for more than 200 years, and you'd think by now we'd have found most of the heavy hitters.
Nope, paleontologists are still uncovering game changers. New species that fill in missing links, explain how giants evolved, or even prove dinosaurs looked completely different than we thought.
So what do we have on deck today?
We've got it all. A giant sauropod that shows how dinosaurs first started scaling up, a mystery runner that doesn't fit in any box, a feathered predator that blurs the line between bird and dinosaur, and yes, an ancestor of T-Rex.
Okay, that sounds stacked. If you thought you already knew the whole dinosaur lineup, stick around. This list proves the story is still being written. All right, let's kick this off big. What is Huashanosaurus?
Huashanosaurus qini is a brand new discovery from China, and it takes us way back to the early Jurassic, about 190 million years ago. It was around 39 feet long, so definitely not small. What makes it important is that it's one of the earliest giant sauropods, those long-necked plant eaters that eventually turned into the true giants like Brachiosaurus and Argentinosaurus.
So, kind of like the early blueprint for those skyscraper dinosaurs that came later.
Exactly. Its bones show some of the first adaptations that let sauropods get massive: lighter bones with air pockets, strong but column-like legs, and a body designed to keep eating non-stop. Huashanosaurus is basically proof that dinosaurs were experimenting with gigantism really early on.
That's wild. Like they were already pushing the limits way before the famous giants even showed up.
Yeah, and that's the exciting part. This find helps paleontologists connect the dots between smaller, earlier plant eaters and the enormous sauropods that would dominate later. It's like finding the missing chapter in the story of how dinosaurs learned to go big.
All right, let's move on. This next one sounds epic. The Dragon Prince. What's the story here?
So Khankhuuluu mongoliensis was discovered in June 2025 in Mongolia and lived about 86 million years ago. Size-wise, it wasn't that intimidating, only about 13 feet long, which is tiny compared to a T-Rex. But the big deal is that it's part of the Tyrannosaur family tree. You can already see traits that later made T-Rex the king: sharp teeth, strong jaws, and legs built for running.
So you're saying this thing was like a preview version of T-Rex?
Exactly. Think of it as the test model. It wasn't huge, but it had the tools. What's exciting is that fossils like this fill in the missing steps between smaller predators and the massive apex predators that came later. It helps scientists understand how tyrannosaurs went from being mid-level hunters to the top of the food chain.
That's crazy. So before T-Rex showed up, there were already these mini versions fine-tuning the formula.
Yep, and that's why this find is such a big deal. It shows the evolution of power. Without dinosaurs like Khankhuuluu, there might never have been a T-Rex ruling the Cretaceous.
Let's shift gears. Tongnanlong zhimingi. When was this one discovered, and what makes it special?
Tongnanlong zhimingi was officially described in July 2025 in a scientific report. The fossil had been known since 1998. It was uncovered during the construction of a building in the Tongnan district, but the formal announcement came this summer.
So a long wait between finding it and fully understanding what it was.
Exactly. What's impressive is its size and what it tells us about growth. This dinosaur is one of the largest mamenchisaurids we've found in China. Estimates put it at about 25 to 26 meters long. That's over 80 feet. Its shoulder blade, scapula, and coracoid bones are especially large, suggesting it had a massive chest and strong limbs to support all that weight.
Sounds like this guy wasn't just big. It was built like a beast.
Right. And its skeleton shows features that let it handle huge size: robust vertebrae, strong support bones, and adaptations for weight distribution. Tongnanlong helps scientists piece together how sauropods evolved gigantism in the late Jurassic, especially in the Sichuan Basin.
Now, this one's got a cool name, Enigmacursor. What's the mystery behind it?
So, Enigmacursor mollyborthwickae was officially described in June 2025 by the Natural History Museum in London. The name means mystery runner, and it fits perfectly. This was a small, fast dinosaur that lived about 125 million years ago, probably near rivers and wetlands.
So, was it a hunter or more of a bug chaser?
More likely the latter. Its build suggests it darted after insects or small animals. But here's the kicker: its features don't fit neatly into any known dinosaur group. It's like a mix of traits from different families, which is why scientists call it enigmatic.
That's wild. So, paleontologists basically found a dinosaur that doesn't fit into any of their usual boxes?
Exactly. And that's why it's important. It reminds us that there were tons of small, specialized dinosaurs we've barely scratched the surface on. For every T-Rex we've discovered, there are probably dozens of little guys like Enigmacursor that are still waiting to be pieced together.
All right, let's wrap this list up with something different. Huadanosaurus. What's the story here?
Huadanosaurus sinensis was officially described in May 2025, and it's one of the most exciting finds of the year. This was a small theropod dinosaur from China, but what makes it stand out is the preservation of feather-like structures on its body.
So, this is another one of those dinosaurs that looked more bird-like than reptile.
Exactly. And that's a big deal. Every new fossil with feathers pushes us to rethink what dinosaurs really looked like. Instead of all gray and scaly, many of them may have been colorful, fuzzy, and more bird-like than the movies show. Huadanosaurus adds to the evidence that feathers weren't rare. They were probably common among small carnivores.
That changes the whole picture. Instead of just giant scaly monsters, you've got predators that might have looked more like strange birds running around.
Right. And that's why this discovery is so powerful. It's not just about adding another dinosaur to the list. It reshapes how we imagine the entire prehistoric world.
Man, I love that even in 2025, we're still adding new dinosaurs to the list.
Yeah, and not just minor updates. We're talking giant sauropods like Tongnanlong, mysterious runners like Enigmacursor, and even ancestors of T-Rex like Khankhuuluu.
And the feathered ones always get me. Huadanosaurus basically proves again that dinosaurs weren't just scaly movie monsters. Some of them were basically prehistoric birds.
Yes, it's wild to think about. Every one of these discoveries fills in another piece of the puzzle, and it shows there are still plenty of surprises buried underground.
So, which one of these blew your mind the most? The dragon prince, the giant sauropod, or the feathered hunter? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think. And make sure you hit subscribe because trust me, there will be even more discoveries, and we'll be right here to break them down.